Yes, so good morning, class. Today we'll be starting with another topic, a topic from grammar today, and we'll be discussing what we are going to learn today. After you will be choosing some of the adjectives that are there in this on this slide. Yes, what different adjectives are you able to see? There is party, colorful, hilarious, amount, she, interesting, for. Which out of these are adjectives and which are not? So in the adjective in linguistic, it is an a word that modifies a noun basically, or a phrase, or it describes the its referent, and its semantic role is basically in a sentence, or we can say in English is to change the information given by a noun. I hope this is clear to you what adjective means. So herein there are different adjectives that are there. That is, we can say colorful is an adjective, right? She is wearing a colorful skirt, which is telling the quality of that skirt, that what color it is having. Then of, we can say interesting personality, which is describing the personality a person is having. Then like this, there are different type of other objectives as well. So which you will be also answering in the chat box if you are able to find any or not. So we'll be moving forward and we'll be starting with the first, that is the positive degree basically. So an adjective is said to be in the positive degree when there is no comparison. But when do we call an adjective in in a positive degree? When there will be no comparison between the two things. Positive degree act as basis for other two type of degrees, comparative and superlative. So the other two degrees that are there, that is comparative, where comparison is being made, and superlative, which we'll discuss later on as well. So it acts as a basis for the other two types, right? So positives are there: bright, black, bold, clever, cold, fast, great, high, kind, long. These are some of the positive degrees that are there as an example of adjectives. So if I have to say, just I'll be searching for something to give you an example of it. Okay, if I have this phone in my hand, and I'm saying that my phone is, I have a black phone. I have a phone that is a normal thing, but I have a black phone that tells about something about the phone, the color of the phone. It is adding to its quality basically. So that is an adjective, that is a positive degree where there is no comparison. So example, you can also draw some examples by yourself, which you will be answering in the chat box, so that I will be knowing that you are getting it or not, where there is no comparison and there is no superlative comparison. Like comparison with comparative is when we are comparing two things, and superlative when the things are more than two. So there is no comparison in this positive degree. We are simply explaining the quality of the noun. Now we'll move forward towards the next slide, that is the activity time that you will also do with me. That is, you will be observing your environment and you will make sentences with the help of positive degrees. Just like I have made this sentence just now, that I have a black phone. So this that tells that my phone, the color of my phone is black. So this, in the same way you will be making sentences. I will be giving you 2 minutes for that, so that you will be able to do that. You will be observing your environment. Must be different things around you. You will be picking those names, the words that are coming out of these things, and you will be making a sentence with the help of positive degree. Yes, I hope you are making sentences, and I will be checking those sentences later on and replying to you in the chat box that whether those sentences were right or wrong. So we should be moving forward from here now. Now you will be testing your understanding also. An adjective that is used for comparison is called as positive degree. If it is true or false, you will be giving your answers in the chat box. So I have just explained what an adjective is and whether a positive degree is a comparison or not. That positive degree is making a comparison, is being used to make a comparison or not. You will be stating true or false. You will be giving your answers in the chat box. I will be giving you a few seconds, 2-3 seconds to think upon that. Yes, so the answer to this should be that it is a false statement, that I have already told you that positive degree is not used to make comparison. For that we have comparative degree, which we are going to discuss just now. Just when I said that this phone is black, I have a black phone, I'm not making any comparison between this phone and any other phone that I'm having. So there is no comparison. So a positive degree is not making any comparison between things, right? So we'll be moving forward from here. Yes, let me just turn to the next slide. Yes, now we'll be talking about the degree that was just stated, that is comparative degree. Now, as the name suggests, with comparative we can conclude that it must be talking about comparison. So an adjective is said to be in the comparative degree when it is used to compare two nouns or pronouns. So cases of comparisons: by addition of er to the positive degree. So if we have these examples of positive degrees, that is bright, black, bold, clever, cold, and fast. So if you want to convert it into a comparative degree, then we'll be adding er to that. So bright will become brighter. That this phone is brighter than the other one, than the phone that you are holding. So it will be comparison between this phone and the phone that you are holding, right? So that this is why we are using the word brighter for that, for the comparison. And black, blacker. Then we can also say this color, this black is blacker than the black that is of your, that is also comparison. Bolder, clever, cleverer. Then cold is colder, fast is faster. He runs fast, but she runs faster than him, right? When I'm saying I run fast, then I am saying, just using the positive degree, that I'm running fast, but you run faster than me. And I'm comparing myself, my speed with your speed, and I'm saying that your speed is faster than what I used to run, right? So there is a comparison. So we are using comparative degree to draw comparison between things. We'll be moving forward. So we have added er, and the other way is we'll just add r to certain words to convert it into a positive degree r, or the positive degree ending with e also. So brave is, okay, by addition of r to the positive degree ending with e. So when a positive degree is ending with e, we'll be adding, there is already e there. In the previous one we are saying that we'll be adding er, but in the positive degrees where e is already there, we'll be just adding r to that. Because if there is brave, then we'll be adding just braver. To make it braver, we'll be adding just r and not er to that. So brave will become braver. I am brave, but you are braver to me. Then the second is fine, then finer, large, larger, nice, nicer, noble, nobler. Then pale, paler, simple, simpler. Then wise, wiser. And then lastly, there is white and whiter. So we'll be adding just the degree, that the word that is ending with e, will be adding only r to that, because er, for to make it er, we are already having e to those degrees, positive degrees, right? So this is how we'll be converting positive degrees into comparative degrees. Now you will differentiate between the positive and comparative degrees with the help of examples from real life. Okay, so if I will be giving you an example. Okay, so the only example I could give just now is the finger and the thumb. If you have to compare my finger and my thumb, then how will we be comparing this? Are they of the same size first? So we can say that the finger is longer than the thumb, right? Or we can also say that the thumb is shorter than the finger, the index finger, right? So this is a good example to compare both the things, the thumb and the index finger. It is longer and it is shorter. So we have added, there we did not have, the word was not ending with e, so we have used er with it. And shorter also, we have added er. So this was the example which you will be also using. You will be also giving us certain examples of while using real life objects with you. So I will be giving you 2 minutes for that. Yes, are you able to do that or not? I'll be checking your responses in the chat box. Okay, so we'll be moving forward from here. I'll be checking your responses later on and be giving corrections if they are required. Yes. Now you will be giving answers to these questions that you will be testing your understanding. You will convert these positive degrees words to comparative degrees. White, small, tall, and pale. Now we have two words which are ending with E. Now what should be added to those towards the end, and what should be added to the small and tall? You will be giving your responses in the chat box. I will give you 1 minute for that to write your responses. Yes, white should be whiter. So we'll be adding only R to it and not ER because E is already there. So white will become whiter. Small, there we do not have E anywhere. So will be using smaller to make it smaller. We'll be using ER in the end. In the same way, tall for tall, it will become taller with the use of ER. White, whiter, small, smaller, tall, taller. And for pale, as E is already there, we'll be just be using R in the end. That is B. That way, it will become paler. PALER. So I hope this you have given the right response. I'll be checking them later on. Yes, now we have the last degree, that is the superlative degree. And an adjective is in superlative degree when it is used to compare more than two nouns or pronouns. We use the article the before the superlative degree. So now we have certain rules for superlative degree, that the article the will be used before the superlative degree, and it is used to compare not just two things but more than two nouns or pronouns. We are comparing with the use of superlative degree. Now we are be using will be using the cases of comparison by addition of est to the positive degree. So to the positive degree, like there is rich for an example, then we'll be using est in the end. That will become richest, richest, which will be the superlative degree. So to convert it into a superlative degree, we'll be adding est in the end. So we have rich, richest, small has become smallest, strong has become strongest, sweet has become sweetest, tall has become tallest. In the same way, thick has become thickest, and young has become youngest. So now we have converted these positive degrees into superlative degrees with the use of est in the end. I hope this is clear to everyone that in the superlative degree, the adjective is in, we will know that adjective is in superlative degree when it is used to compare more than two nouns, because comparison is between more than two nouns. So we're using est instead of just er because we are comparing between more than two things. And we are using the article the before the superlative degrees always. We'll move forward from here then. Yes, now instead of just using est as well, those degrees, like just like in the comparative degrees, those who were ending the nouns which were ending with e already, will be using st instead of est. So that e is already there in that noun. So we'll be skipping that e and we'll be just be using st. So in case of brave, e is already there. So instead of using est, we'll be using st only, and brave will become bravest. Fine in the same way will become finest, large will become largest, nice will become nicest, noble will become noblest, pale will become palest, simple will become simplest, voice will become wisest, and white will become the whitest. So we are comparing more than two things. Just like I have different white t-shirts, but this one is the whitest of them all, right? So I have made the comparison between all the white t-shirts that I am having, and I have chosen one t-shirt that is whitest of them all. This t-shirt is the whitest of them all, and I have used the article the before that, superlative degree basically. You will also be giving me examples. Now you will be analyzing this. Superlative degree is not used while comparing two specific names or places. Is this statement true or not? Explain with examples. Now this is a question for you. You will be telling that whether superlative degree is used while comparing two specific names or places, or it should not be used, or it is not used. This statement is true or false. Superlative degree is not used while comparing two specific names or places. Yes, you will be writing your answers in the chat box. Whether a superlative degree is used is if this statement is true or not, that superlative degree is not used while comparing two specific names or places. So I will be giving response, the answer to this question in 2 seconds. Yes. So superlative degree, as we have already discussed, that the comparison in which the comparison is made between two nouns, that is nouns or pronouns, that is comparative degree, not superlative degree. So when we are comparing two specific names or places, superlative degree is not used. So that will make this statement as true. And those who have given the right response, applaud to you, because you are listening to what I was saying uh, till now. So we should move forward from here now. Yes, you will be giving response to this question as well, that you will be creating sentences in superlative degrees with the words bright and large. Yes, I will give you a few seconds for that. After that, I'll give you an example of these two words, sentences made from these two words in superlative degrees. Yes, for the word bright, we'll be saying that sun shines the brightest in the sky. You've seen there are stars, moon, different stars are there, right? But we are saying sun shines the brightest in the sky. So we have compared the sun with all the other satellites that are there, right? So we have said that brightest is the sun. So we have made this sentence in the superlative degree basically while using the word bright. Then large. Okay. His stature is the largest in the family. So his structure is the largest in the family. So this person, I have compared this person who is basically, we'll say the person, this person is the largest in the family. This person has the largest house in the colony, right? Now I have made comparison between all the houses that are there in the colony, and I'm saying that this person has the largest house in the colony. Ram has the largest house in the colony. So with the word bright and large, I hope you have also given the right responses in the chat box. I'll be checking upon them later on. So we should be moving forward from here now. Yes. So we'll do a quick recap that what we have done today. Okay, so we have discussed about different types of degrees that are there and when we talk about adjectives. So first we discussed about the positive degree, in which there is a degree set, an adjective is said to be in positive degree when no comparison is drawn, and it is just describing the noun, or it is just telling us the quality of the noun. Just like I have discussed about that, I have a black phone, then that black is the positive degree that we are using. And if we talk about the comparative adjective, degree is set when adjective is said to be in comparative degree, then when I say that this phone is blacker than the phone you are holding, or this phone is brighter than the phone you are holding, then this adjective back is being used in the form of comparative degree. And for that comparison, we'll be adding for the words that are not having e in their end, we'll be adding it with e. We'll be ending those words with er to convert the positive degree into comparative degree. And for the words who are not ending with just, or who are ending with e, we'll be adding just r to those, like brave, that is there. I am brave. I am brave, but you are braver. So we are just adding r to those which are, which words are, which now those nouns who are having e in their at their end already. So in the same way, superlatives degree is there, where we are making comparison with between more than two things, between more than two things are being compared. So we are saying that, like there will be that we are ending it with est, and those nouns which are having e in their at their end already, there we are adding just st, so instead of est. So for drawing comparison between more than two things. So this phone is blackest of all the phone that are there in this room, right? Or I have the largest house in the colony, or I am the youngest in the family. So I have compared all my siblings, and I'm saying that I am the youngest in the family. All my siblings and all my family members, I've compared them all, and I'm saying that I'm the youngest in the family. So there I have used the superlative degree. Now you will be giving these answers to these questions in the chat box, that what is a positive degree. I will explain a positive degree. We will be giving example to that, and give two examples of comparative degrees as well. So you will be writing your responses in the chat box. What example do you have of comparative degree? And you will you will convert simple to superlative degree. That is a pretty easy task for you to do, that you will be converting simple to a the word simple to a superlative degree. And you will be telling just this additional task, that in which degree right now simple is, and whether it is comparative or it is positive degree. Then you will be converting it after writing to superlative degree. And the last question is that dash is used to compare between two or more things. Now you will be telling what is used to which degree of adjective is used to compare between two or more things. Yes. Now these are the questions that are there that you'll have to answer in the chat box. I'll be checking your responses, and I will be giving answer to those responses in the chat box as soon as I can. And I hope you all must have enjoyed this lesson, and you have understood what I tried to convey through this lesson. You understood the concept of different degrees, right, that are there in adjectives. That adjectives are how they are being used. There is this positive degree, there is this comparative degrees, and lastly there is this superlative degree. In positive degree, we are just explaining, or we are just telling the quality of the noun, while in this comparative degree we are comparing the two nouns. In the superlative degree we are comparing the nouns, but the comparison is drawn between more than two things, right? So I hope everybody has enjoyed the lesson. The meeting will be ending in 2 minutes. By then, if you are having any questions, any queries, you can write them in the chat box. I'll be trying to answer those. So we are now done with today's topic. That was degrees of comparison. I hope everybody has understood what I tried to teach today. That is the different comparison degrees which we use in linguistic. If you have any queries regarding other things as well, that are you are feeling there, you are feeling you're not able to make any sentence, you do not know the meaning of anything that were there in these slides that I had shared with you, that you can write those queries also in the chat box. I will be checking upon them later on. So I hope you'll stay happy and healthy till then. We'll meet in our next class. Yes. Okay, everyone, thank you for staying with me till now. Okay, we'll meet again.